Could close the gender gap of the 200 years. It could add 26% to the global GDP.
This is the motivation for Goal 5 of the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, which is gender equality. Eliminating the root causes of the impediment to the implementation of women's rights in the private and public sectors leads one to the streets. In the transport sector, women seem to be taking their place. Riding tricycles for economic reasons used to be the preserve of the men, but these days no one can stop the women from making ends meet.
Some men will see women doing men work, they appreciate, but some are jealousy.
In the corporate world, a handful of women have made their marks. One of them was ranked the second most powerful woman in Africa as of 2015 by Forbes. She's the richest woman in Nigeria with an estimated net worth of $2.1 billion.
What a man can do, a woman can do. And I don't see any reason why a woman shouldn't be able to do it. You can prove your points, you understand me, by letting them know that, listen, I've done this, I can do the next one. You do the next one, and you can still do the next one. And seeing is believing. So you just won't take no for an answer.
Many say the list could have been longer, but for the fact that more women have to deal with the home front. The United Nations says that women do 2.6 times more unpaid care and domestic work than men, while families, societies, and economies depend on this work.
When you're starting a family, it's very difficult to climb the corporate ladder. But once you've had your family, then you can have the best of both worlds, but you have to juggle it properly. I call that work-life integration as a work-life balance.
Already a lot is being said about the need to consciously manage factors which seem to put women at a disadvantage. And the managing director of Consolidated Hallmark says that while there's no written policy in his company, as it is with many others, the consciousness is growing.
We endeavor to bring in both male and female into our system and in all aspects of our lives. We have both sexes present in everything we do. If you are looking at equality, I would say no. However, they are well represented.
A more worrying area is the public sector. While more women have entered political positions in recent years, including through the use of quota systems, the United Nations notes that they still hold a mere 23.7% of parliamentary seats. In the current National Assembly, women occupy 7 out of 109 Senate seats and only 22 out of 360 seats in the House of Representatives.
Women, unfortunately, are not so economically empowered. So because of that, it tends to be harder for us to win elections, even when you have female politicians that are popular.
2030 is just about a decade away. It may sound like a long time, but considering the factors that are widening the gender gap, urgency is required on the road to gender equality in Nigeria and the world. Ini John Mekwa reporting for Channels Television News.